Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 11 of the Radekalls podcast. Tonight we're going to be discussing our favorite superpowers, what we do with them, and why some of them kind of stink.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm Phillip Kall, host of the Radekalls podcast. I'm joined by my good friends Noah Rademacher.
Hello.
And Jake Burns.
What's up?
Got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about superpowers. Before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, leave a comment or feedback. All remarks are appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter also, at Radekalls. We are also on Instagram. And then finally, check the link in the description, and you can learn more about us at our Patreon site. So like I said, superpowers are what we're talking about. They've become a big part of society today since, all the movies coming out have them. All the Avengers, Marvel movies, and then Disney even had Elsa giving her ice powers. So, Noah, if you had to pick one superpower, what would be your favorite superpower?
Well, I think being really smart would be great. You know, I've struggled my whole life. You know, we're in school like almost every single day of our lives trying to become smart, and it just never we never seem to get there. But when you think of intelligence as a superpower, you think like you're probably gonna outsmart anyone else, and also I don't know, superpowers are used for fighting, of course, so you're using your brain to fight someone. So they're like over there throwing punches, and you're throwing like, oh hey,
you'd lean it in with your forehead.
Strategy, boom. Oh, watch this. Using your own fists against you. Oh, you punched yourself. You're dumb. That sort of thing.
I don't think that's how
that works. You may beat me up, but I'm still smart. Jake, what's your favorite superpower?
I like the people that have like super enhanced luck.
Oh, the one chick from Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Domino had it. Yeah, no, that ability is nice because like you get it. I mean, I like to consider myself a naturally lucky person to begin with, and on top
have you won the lottery?
I've won some money off of it, not the actual lottery because I don't play the big like pick 3, pick 4 numbers. But the crappy vending machine. Don't even get started on that conversation again.
I know. As someone who studies probability for a living, that's not a good argument to have.
No, but just from a day-to-day standpoint in life, I think having like supernatural luck would be amazing.
Yeah. Accurate.
It sounds like so convenient.
It's like, man, I've had an above-average day today, every day. Sounds pretty good.
I'm walking down the street. Oh no, I'm getting kind of hungry. What's that? A burrito fell in my hand.
That's so fortunate. Honestly, Jake, very practical. Very practical.
If I had to pick one, dude, I'm picking super speed every time. Because I feel like super speed, it doesn't give you super intelligence, but you think super quickly. So you have that kind of benefit to have. And if you run fast enough, you can travel through time.
And ruin everything.
For everyone. All the time.
Question about super intelligence. If you get hit in the head, do you get super concussed?
Okay, so you would know exactly how concussions work. So
well, yeah, most people do.
Are like the smarter you are, the more concussed you get?
Well, it could be more of the damage. I mean, they don't ever talk about that.
No, your brain's smart enough to protect itself from concussions.
Yeah, boom. It's so buff that you unconcussable. That's part of being the superpower. Yeah, boom.
Also, right. Since you have super intelligence, you don't get hung over. Yours all headaches.
Shit, I dig it.
Actually, that might be the best superpower ever. Just no hangovers.
Very practical. Especially during this quarantine.
All right, so now we're going on to worst superpower. Noah, do you have one on your head that's just like, why would I have this?
Ooh, okay. No, I actually didn't think about this one. Worst superpower?
I'll lead off, and I'll let you guys think about it. So, for example, Green Arrow and Hawkeye. Like, your skill is that you're a really good archer. Well, in the world of, like, guns and stuff, I feel like if you were good with guns and stuff, it'd be more helpful. Like, why like in the
That's
1700s, you might be
Still not
correct.
even
not
a
a-
super
actually 15.
power.
That's not a superpower from the lore and legend standpoint. That's just him being really good at archery.
But also he
Like,
is like
is
a
that
superhero.
Same
oddly
universe,
enough.
like what is it? Arsenal, who is like defunct, an old Robin in the Batman universe that overlaps with Green Arrow universe, has the same idea.
Okay, so Jake, do you think Batman
Yeah.
is a superhero?
Yes, but he has no superpowers.
Okay, so why is he a
So
superhero then? He's just rich.
Uh,
Is being rich a superpower?
Well, does that explain
So-
Iron Man then? Because that's
Yeah,
technically
so
him being
the
rich.
so the idea with them, I think in this context, is that they are super intelligent and super resourceful. So like, they have the benefit of having so much knowledge and like ability to do things that it's really unfair. You can't call them not superheroes because like,
They're
you
so
know-
smart.
Well,
so they're
so-
like
so
super
the-
intelligent then? That's
I wouldn't
Iron
even
Man
call it
and
super, but they
Batman?
just have above average genetics with.
no, that's like 0.0001 percentile genetics. That's like absurd. That is, like the fact that if you watch movies,
so-
Iron Man is like known by intergalactic villains is the reason why he's like, you can't just call it intelligence because it's not something that anyone will have.
Well, it's the actions leading from the intelligence.
Which are intelligent. Ooh,
But
man.
yeah,
I feel like
I
we're
agree. Being able to use a bow and arrow very well is
not a great
Kinda
super
rough.
ability.
You know, when you're fighting against the Hulk, I don't know. I think I might just concede before the fight begins. Just be like, ooh,
Oh,
you
also,
know what? On
the
this one,
Invisible Woman, that's another one actually that I think is actually like a crappy superpower.
oh,
They gave her the
invisibility.
force fields. Like I can throw up my invisibility thing, but I have to be naked to use it. Like Jessica
That gets
Alba.
changes.
So
That gets changed later on, though.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that
I know.
was.
They give her the force fields things. That's why that's so useless. They had to give her force fields.
What was it? Reed Richards, though, the Elastic Man,
Elastic Man.
developed a suit that like shifted with her, though. That's the same idea
no,
behind
I
how
know,
what
but
Johnny
you get the
Flame got.
point. Like I'd
Yeah.
still be. I'd rather shoot fire or be the Elastic Man or be a giant rock.
Fair.
Okay, we're getting
Yeah,
way
but
off topic.
Fantastic Four. Let's not go there. Let's just not.
They're not good.
Yeah.
They
Jake, do
sucked
you
as
have
movies.
a superpower that if you had, you would be really upset about?
Yeah. The ability to just grow body hair at will.
Are you speaking from experience?
That sounds like you're Groot, but a person instead of a tree, and it's just so
it's not like
useless.
it's not like super strong body hair. It's just regular run of the mill body hair.
Jake, I feel like you do have strong body hair, though. You know,
Yeah, that's why I don't have this power.
very powerful.
Sure.
Oh, Aquaman. He's
Well,
one. All of
he
his
can breathe
powers
underwater and he can
I
communicate
mean,
with.
the idea is like if I was a superhero, I don't want my abilities to be limited to water.
Yeah, like he can swim
Doesn't
really
he have-
fast and talk to fish.
No, yeah, and I get
Doesn't-
he's super strong and all that other
gonna
stuff
say that-
because they have to make him like that. But realistically, he's a super great fish, and fish aren't great out of water.
He's a super great fish.
Anyways.
He's like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. She can walk on land and she can swim. Wow.
All right. So now, does superpowers affect which hero/movie you like? So for me, I'm a big fan of the Flash, and super speed being my favorite superpower kind of lined up very well. But like Superman, I feel like he's super fast, but I hate him because he's just way too powerful.
I was gonna say that's kind of a
So-
cop out.
Yeah, I know. But
See,
like
but-
I always prefer like Quicksilver. I always prefer people that are super fast.
They gave him a weakness of, you know, caring about. He's like, oh, I'm the strongest being in the whole entire universe, but I don't want to hurt anyone. Ooh.
So he made them.
So-
He made him a. I can't say the word because you guys will yell at me. But
A wee
little-
baby.
Correct.
So
no,
wait, if you say that, does that put Superman on par with Shrek? Because Shrek's like super strong.
no, come
Honestly,
on. He
Shrek
doesn't have
has
laser eyes.
Shrek has more resolve
Yeah.
than Superman.
That's just an interesting statement. Shrek was very dedicated to getting his swamp back.
Yeah. Like, Shrek is himself. Like, Superman had a lot of internal struggle, you know? He still doesn't know, like, right between right and wrong, and Shrek does. His swamp, his land.
All right, Noah. Anyways, back to the question. Does superpower affect the movie you like?
No, I don't think so. You know, I think I'm willing to give. I mean, that's tough because what? Like, you watch superhero movies within a certain universe, and usually they're tied to some comic book universe as well. So it's not like you're gonna watch one Marvel movie because you're like, oh, I like super speed, so I'm gonna watch this one, but you don't give a crap about any of the other things going on in the Marvel universe.
See, you say that sentence, but I would watch a Flash movie without watching any of the other DC movies that have been coming
but
out.
that's not Marvel.
Well, should we have established this first? Marvel or DC?
Well, okay.
It's general.
Movie wise.
Well, I meant, but
what are
for
we
your
gonna
guys'
do?
opinion, Marvel or DC?
Well, DC doesn't count as movies in my opinion.
Well,
Great-
we just
great
talked about
cartoons.
comic books.
Great cartoons. Better cartoons, even.
Way better cartoons. Actually.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That
Watched them
X-Men
all.
series from the 90s was pretty dope.
Dude, watch the Justice League and the Justice
I was
League
one
Unlimited.
in the 90s.
I've seen...
all
what?
through the 90s, all 10 years, I was one.
Boom. Was like
All right,
8
whatever.
or 10 when in 2000. All right, we're going to move on from that question because it was clearly a flop. All right, so now we got, if you were invisible for or you had the power to be invisible for 2 hours, what would you do? Noah, Jake, either one of you have thoughts to lead off?
I really probably wouldn't do anything because I don't particularly care about being invisible.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know where to go right now.
Like, I don't know. I would absolutely break into places I couldn't go normally that I'd want to be at.
But specifically where?
Do you have a lot of those places that you're not
Yeah.
allowed in, but you want to be at?
I mean, I would love to see, like, the Cleveland Browns, like, processing during, like, their draft season because, like, they do it wrong every time, and I just want to see how dumb they are and, like, why don't they hire me or something?
See, but you'd have to drive there. It'd probably take 2 hours for you to get to the place, and you're like, crap,
No.
my invisibility's over.
So
No,
if
no,
you're
no, I would start it once I got there.
if you're like a thief, that's one thing. But overall, general invisibility, if you're a thief or a pervert, I mean, is fine, but it doesn't do you much good.
All right, but what? All right, now what if you could do this? What if you like tomorrow I get my 2 hours of invisibility, so
Okay.
I fly down to Austin, Texas, strip down nude because obviously if you're invisible you have to be naked, otherwise
Are you
can
gonna
see the
mess with
floating
Noah?
clothes. Oh, I'm just gonna fart everywhere Noah goes, and everyone's gonna think it's him, but they won't know it's me because I'm invisible.
Phil,
for
I'd be
2
able
hours.
to smell you. Come on, let's
So,
be real.
but question with invisibility though, you have to let's assume Noah's back at work. I mean, you're gonna have to dodge everyone that he's near because you can still be bumped into.
You don't have to dodge them when Noah smells so bad they stay away, because I farted.
They bump into an invisible Phil, and they're like, no, what the hell was that?
Your fart is powerful.
I mean, I don't know. Like, what good invisible, like, people with powers do you relate to? Like, I mean, as examples, because the one that comes to my mind
This has nothing
is
to do with people with invisible powers. This is things that you want, that you now have the ability to do because you're invisible.
I guess I'd go steal some money, right? You can do that. It's easier to do.
Much easier.
Yeah, I'd just go take a bunch of money from
actually no. I would haunt
Rich
someone.
people. Robin Hood.
rich people. Yes, rich people. That's what I'm looking for.
I would haunt someone.
I feel like banks are still like
Exactly.
too secure to get money from, even if you're invisible. You know.
I would go to like an ex's house and just move everything slightly so that they just freaked out for no reason.
We don't know where our exes live, though.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, that's one problem, but I'll figure that out later. All right.
You're married.
Anyways, yeah. Next up, we got time travel. Let's say the same principle. You got 2 hours. Would you go forward and back in time, and would you tell yourself something? All right, wait. What would you tell yourself? Would you go forward and back in time, and you had to tell yourself one thing? What would you do?
Forward or back in time?
Either one. You could ask a question, essentially, if you go forward in time. Like, if it was me, why am I now single?
So, can I strategically place when I choose to go backwards in time?
Correct, yeah. So, you pick the exact time.
Nope,
This is
random.
going to sound really, really dumb, but I would go have the best meal of my life and then rewind it and eat it again.
Where was it? What was it?
Wait, but if you're already eating it, so you're just going to go watch yourself eat this meal while you're eating the meal.
No, you rewind so you get to go eat it again and enjoy it, but you're self-aware with it.
Okay, I guess that's a fair use of the time travel.
When
and where was this meal that it has to be so specific?
Oh, I don't know. It could be any, one of my favorite memories, so let's say this could occur at any time, but you had that 2-hour window. There were a long time ago. There was an all you could eat blue crab event we went to, where it was an outdoor festival and you could just pound blue crab and dinner rolls. And there was live music, and I would repeat that in a heartbeat if I knew that was the last time I was going to do it.
And that is how Jake would spend his time traveling. I love the honesty. I never would have thought of it. No,
I don't get blue crab much. We're landlocked.
Let's see here. I'd probably just go towards the future and, I don't know, read about, the news.
You're looking for monetary gain, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Let's just go for monetary gain. Let's just read a few newspapers, just figure out basically see what happens in the next. You can go 5 years in the future and kind of gauge what you're like, okay, so this is where it's at 5 years from the future. So as long as you don't do anything ridiculous when you get back to the present, it should be pretty steady. Especially for me, I don't think too much of what I do is that consequential on the timeline at all, Legend of Tomorrow.
This podcast is going to change millions of lives.
See, but actually, we're just drinking. I'm like, whoa, you guys. So I had this opportunity to go into the future the other day. Oh shit! I'm not supposed to tell anyone. You guys, don't tell anybody.
So I would 100% pocket my time travel until I got a really bad hangover, and I would, depending on how good the night was, go back to the night before and be like, dude, half. Whatever you did, cut it in half. Whatever you're planning on doing. Just someone offers you a shot, move on. Save myself a day of pain.
See, but what about the next night when we party again? Woo woo.
Well, I will have wasted my time travel. I won't be able to prevent that hangover.
You just got done giving your past self advice, and you're like, all right, sure. I took it easy yesterday, so let's go.
My hangover, you come back to the present. Oh, my hangover's all cured now. I can get hammered.
Exactly.
Random thought that just occurred to drunk Jake. I kind of really want Gushers.
Oh, dude, fruit Gushers are delicious.
Who doesn't?
Gushers are great.
I rarely would ever say in my life that I've been like, I don't want Gushers right now. I dare say I've never thought that or felt like that ever in my life.
They still sell those, right?
Yeah. Go to the store. I think Gushers are one of those snacks that you put in the closet or in the cupboard, and one day later they're all gone. Because every time you go up, you're like, oh, there's some Gushers, and then you just eat them all.
Grab some. Huh?
Isn't there only 6 of them in a box or something?
There's not a ton. It's 7 to 9 or something.
Gushers, ho-hos, all those things. They just torture you. Not even a week's worth. Pop-Tarts, they give you 6 out of 7 days for a week. Come on.
Well, while we're talking,
right.
Next podcast episode, let's do snack foods. Or not.
Those are the options. All
Wow.
right, so moving on, we got our bracket coming up. So today we're going to be doing the superpower we would pick. I found IGN's list of top 100 best superpowers and essentially picked my favorites within the top 20 and then pit them against each other based on their ranking, of course. So we're going to lead off with flight, which is the number 1, and I really disagree. Versus self-duplication, so you can create multiple copies of yourself. It is not just 2. So it could be triplication or quadrication.
Nope, it says duplication, Phil.
Well, they can't see that, so we're good.
Noah,
what are you going with?
Multiplication.
Multiplicity. Self-multiplicity.
We're going to go with flight because having more than one of myself seems like wouldn't do that much. It's like, oh no, there's a bad guy. Now there's 4 of me. Like, we're still not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between flight and levitation?
Yeah, flight's like the better form of it. Flight, you can go like way up in the air. Levitate, you can only go a couple feet off the ground. Maybe even a foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted
So if
to
you had
make
to
sure.
pick, you would want flight because then you could take levitation and then some.
Yeah, I don't even know if levitation's a real superpower. It's like, oh wow, you're not touching the ground. Cool.
That could be one
Well,
of
it's
those
really
lame
helpful.
superpowers.
You know, you stay away from prickly things and rocks on the ground.
Oh yeah. You may not need to wear shoes if you don't feel like it. When you go out to take
Can we go back to worst superpower?
being able to levitate 1 foot off the ground. Wow.
Because even in the jungle, you're going to get scraped by the bushes. Okay. All right. Jake, are you going with flight or self-multiplicity?
So let it be known, I despise heights, but I also despise myself. So it's gonna have to be more than I despise heights. So I'm gonna have to go with flight.
Oh my god. Okay, guys. You guys are thinking of this. Noah, you went with the I'm a superhero route. I went with the everyday practicality route. If I could duplicate myself and get like everything I need to done in an hour, like that's awesome. I would absolutely choose that one.
Not for my life. So I would take flight because I'm what are we capping out on speed for flight? Is it faster than a car? Like than what your average car speed is?
You have to follow traffic laws.
I would still pick flight because I'm not wasting gas. I mean, I'm not.
That's a
That's
reason.
No, I don't want more of me. Like Katie would break up with me if there was more of me.
Well, no, you don't have more of you around all the time. You're just like, oh man, I'm hanging out, sitting on the couch, and I gotta go to the
concept of
store.
that.
Whoop, Phil 2, go to the store.
The concept
But
of
what
that
if
is
Phil
just
2
horrible.
doesn't want to do that?
Well, then
Okay.
Phil 3 does.
Other caveat with the multiplicity question. Do they have the
Yeah.
same intelligence level as you, or are they like half as smart as you?
Do they have...
Because every time you have
No. Do they
you
have
multiply, you
free
have to-
will?
divide your...
Ooh. Okay, so Flight 1, we are not digging into these questions because they are way too complex.
Okay, so we're just going to say that your clone doesn't have free will. It has to do what you want it to do.
Okay, that sounds way better.
Sounds
That's a
vaguely
plus.
about
Because if we get into free
a
will...
social
then-
justice issue that's going
Yeah,
on.
like if you make like 100 clones and then everyone's like, I'm the real clone. Let's all fight each other. Wah, wah, wah. You know, not that great.
But if you die, they all if Clone Prime, so AKA you the original dies, they all die.
This just sounds like it's causing trouble. I think flight's the easier way out.
Yeah, Flight's the easy way out because you guys are quitters. All right, now we got telekinesis versus shapeshifting. Now, for the record, telekinesis is you can move things with your mind. Shapeshifting is you can turn into some, like I could look like Superman, but I don't get Superman's powers.
So is it
Do you get
human
his
objects
voice?
or is it humans or just anything?
Anything. Turn into anything.
So you can turn into a potted plant.
Yes, but you keep your
Exciting.
same size and mass. Well, about your same size and mass.
Okay,
scary.
so we're
So you're a
If you
five.
tried to shapeshift
you have to
to a
work
potato, you're just
within
a...
the laws of physics when we're talking about superpowers.
Oh wait, no. We don't have to do that. That's gonna ruin my super speed one. So no, shapeshifting. You can change the amount of height and mass you have.
Okay.
I was just picturing a Phil-sized potato that he decided to shapeshift into.
I am a
Just-
big potato.
I wanted a lot of vodka.
Okay.
All right, so I got telekinesis here. I would love to be sitting on my couch and just be like, "Oh, here comes the water or the beer." Boop, boop, boop,
Does-
boop. Put it down.
So with telekinesis,
I would actually do the hand movement too, even though I don't have to.
with telekinesis, can you self-levitate yourself?
Yeah. God,
Can you move
what
yourself?
is up with you and levitation?
No, I'm just... look, I'm
Loki, his
banged up
favorite
and the-
superpower.
and the ground hurts my body if I'm walking around.
Fucking.
If I can float, I'm not in pain anymore.
You cannot lift yourself.
That's not telekinesis anymore.
You can move everything except for yourself. Get over it. Because
Okay.
otherwise, you're bordering on telekinesis hitting the same concept as flight, except for doing more. So you can't do that.
I view telekinesis as you can control
I got a
other
rebuttal.
matter. You can control matter, right?
I
Yes.
have a rebuttal.
Oh, wait. That's a dangerous sentence. Keep going, though.
So, you're saying I am a firebender, a waterbender.
No, you cannot-
I am
no,
the
you-
avatar.
You cannot create those things. And you can't lift fire because it doesn't have weight. It's just light, right? Like, I mean, it might have...
Plasma
But-
is more than light. It does have matter.
I would say you can't make fire, or you can lift ice, but you can't create it. And water, you could lift it, but you can't create it.
But there's water in the
I agree with that
air.
statement.
No.
But you can use
can't-
telekinesis to super condense the water to form it into ice.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with telekinesis, and we can get more in depth when this has to go against flight.
All right, Jake, what were you going to pick?
Telekinesis.
All right. So now we have telekinesis versus flight. So digging into Noah's questions, you can lift objects that already exist. That's it.
So
can
you already
only
exist
move-
as a person.
You can't combine things. You can only pick a singular thing and move it. If you say that's a water molecule in the air, you can move that singular water molecule then, because it's not
At a
actually
time.
water
You're
yet.
just not at a time. You're just not restricted to that one molecule over an entire
Correct.
life,
Can I
Correct.
blood bend?
though. That is some bullshit right there. You can blood bend one
Hold
blood
up.
cell. Because that's how
Yeah,
that,
but you-
that molecule works. One blood cell.
This is getting way too complex. You can move the blood in someone's body, I guess. No, I'm not saying
No,
you can do
because
that.
you
No,
have to.
that's
If
dangerous.
you're going to a cellular level, like you get one red blood cell.
Okay,
Yep,
what is
there you go.
telekinesis? Can someone
It's lifting.
what's the textbook definition of telekinesis?
I don't know.
I can
I don't
lift
know what
the
we're doing
glass
anymore.
of beer to my mouth while I'm sitting on the couch and I don't have to move.
Okay, so are you lifting the glass or the beer or both or
I'm lifting the glass in that sense because it's carrying it, and then I'm not moving the drink. The drink moves within the glass.
so
No, you're thinking way too far into this.
I'm not. I'm thinking like regularly into it. Like what can I lift with my mind? What can I control with my mind?
Anything that isn't too heavy.
That's very relative.
What is your definition of too heavy?
Yeah.
Anything you can pick up with your own strength?
You can take your car to work, and that's it. Not a minivan or
Wait,
sedans and smaller. You can
Wait,
you
what?
can lift your own car and take yourself to work. There you go.
So if I could lift my car, then I can lift, say, you or Jake with my mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, though, if you can lift your own car, you can propel it forward, so you don't have to waste gas.
Yeah.
It's all about saving.
So,
Look.
I thought you were going to say, so it's like flight, which is a correct statement in my argument.
Was my statement not correct, though?
It was, but you said save
so
gas.
much gas.
Look, I drive roughly 35 to 45 minutes to work one way. I'm
Yeah.
trying to save some gas here.
You should move.
Get a hybrid.
I am not living in Marysville, Ohio. There is nothing out there.
What about Jerrysville, Ohio?
I used to drive 45 minutes to work, and now I don't.
Because you have telekinesis, and you can put yourself in your car and fly to work.
All right, let's move on.
All right.
I'm picking
We all pick a
telekinesis.
telekinesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can telekinesis myself into the air.
For the record, flight is like way faster than telekinesis if you were to move by that
Yeah,
mode of transportation.
fair,
But
fair.
still fine enough to the point where I would give me telekinesis. All right, now we got invisibility versus time pause. Is that right?
Are we going across?
Oh,
instead
nope.
of
You're
down?
right. You're right, dude. Be cool. We're going down. All right, now we got fire powers versus ice powers. Entirely inspired by X-Men. There's
Okay.
Pyro and then Iceman. They
But-
battle for Kitty Heart's love.
Even though it's inspired by it, firebending
It is not.
or fire powers is more like firebending, where you can generate fire in the same sense that ice powers, you can generate ice.
Correct, but you cannot generate water. You have to wait for it to melt. So if you're really thirsty in the desert, you might die from dehydration first.
But saying that, it's like if you're in, say you have fire powers and you're in the Arctic, it would be more difficult to do. If you have ice
Correct.
powers and you're in a volcano, yeah, not as much water for you to turn into ice. That sort of thing. So
Correct. All right,
pretty
so
pretty
anyways,
even.
I got ice powers because Frozone in The Incredibles is a super cool hero. Jake,
Yeah.
what are you feeling? Ice powers or fire powers?
I'm all about ice.
You're as cold as that. And Noah, what were you gonna pick?
So I originally picked fire powers, but
Uh-huh.
humans are made up of what, 80% water, 70 to 90% water. So
It's somewhere between 0 and 100.
so if you just freeze all that inside someone,
What is up with you trying to kill everyone?
I mean that's the whole point of having superpowers, right?
No, mine is to make my life
don't
super
think so.
convenient.
Yeah, superpowers. You know, you become stronger than everyone else. That's the point. So they leave you alone.
And you become supreme being of the world. Whatever.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
exactly.
Dr.
Alright.
Manhattan was?
Alright, so now we got super speed versus weather control, aka the powers of storm. But it just sounds so
Whoa.
worse as weather control. There was actually a website where that was rated #1.
So
Noah,
yeah.
you go first.
weather control, okay. I mean, it's versatile. You know, I feel like you work well in a team setting. It's like you have these other people. You can really think about what weather really works with their superpowers. If they're flying around, they might want a nice sunny day.
So, but aren't we, when it comes...
Yeah, they want some overcast. They don't want it to be too warm.
yeah, they don't want to get like sunburn, you know. So a little bit of an overcast. So I mean, weather control, team player all the way, you know.
You stripe it as you're flying, so it's like cloud, sun, cloud, sun, cloud, sun.
Keeping it even. But I'm gonna go with super speed because it's way better.
Jake, what are you going with?
Weather control.
Why?
Yeah, please elaborate.
Because I despise heat. I like the cold. I want it to be able to rain on command for my plants. I like the idea of having control over lightning and like thunderstorms, tornadoes, hurricanes, that kind of deal.
All right. So Jake's looking to cause world domination now instead
I
of
didn't
Noah.
say that. I just want to grow my plants.
And you want to have
in a
control over
lightning
tornadoes
storm,
and
Phil.
yeah,
What
with
else
the
comes
ability to
with
control
lightning?
A hurricane.
Rain.
You could make it just rain, and you don't have to
can.
call it hurricane to make it rain.
I was trying to justify like other reasons to have it. I like the snow and ice.
All right. Well, I'm going super speed and
Crazy.
100%.
No.
Jake, if you want to water your plants, you know what you do? You get super speed, and then you get a pail of water, and you just go boom, 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 boom. You're done in like a minute at the most.
I still think weather control is more practical.
More practical, yes, for watering your plants. If that's the 100% how you're picking, but there's a million other reasons to pick super speed.
Water your plants, the crops grow, you get to eat more food, you get more alcohol because crops
And
grow
you
alcohol.
save gas. Don't need to go to the grocery store as often.
Because you're growing crops.
Yes, ethanol, corn, gasoline.
All right, so now we got ice powers versus super speed.
Quick, can I go back
Alright.
for a second with super speed?
No. Nope, we're over. We're on super speed.
We're on
it's
super
up here.
speed still.
It's
You can
still
talk about
here
super
because
speed.
super speed won.
If you have super speed, you have super endurance.
Yes.
Is that a given?
Well, wait. I mean, you got to build up to it. The first time you run, you're going to be.
Is
out
that
of
a
run
valid
immediately.
question though?
No.
Okay, so what we're going along the lines is that you have to eat a lot of food.
Yeah, essentially.
That's part of the superpower. You get to eat more.
That's
Love
See
it.
the Flash.
But can the human body keep up with the super speed? Is it going to break down?
No, it's fine. Wait, sorry. Yes, it's fine. If you have a question of like, is this going to work? The answer is yes, it's fine.
Okay,
You
I'm
wanna
gonna
get
stop
into the
asking
science
questions
about
because
it?
I'm just being an ass about it now. Is that
Like
fair?
Noah over here. What is telekinesis?
I mean, it seems kind of overpowered, and we're gonna get back there because we're gonna have a discussion about super speed versus telekinesis. We're getting into like really uncharted territory here, guys. Okay.
Anyways, so like Noah said, it's not actually predetermined when we do these brackets, but I'm gonna pick super speed because, well, it's better than ice powers. I don't want to be walking around a corner, Sarah to jump out and scare me, and then I go and then I shoot her with my icicles and kill her.
Very bad.
Killing
Super
your wife,
speed.
not great.
When you go around that corner, she's gonna be
Unless you have
moving in
life insurance
slow mo.
policy.
You're not gonna get scared. AKA,
Well,
you're not
you're
gonna kill her
also-
with your superpowers.
And if she does happen to scare you, which you start vibrating super fast, and she might like that. Noah, you got super speed. Any reason why?
So super speed. I mean, we can get into this more as it moves up the bracket, but so when we look at the Flash, ice powers kind of negated some of the super speed, which seems fair. You know, super speed is based around the fact that you're able to move your I don't know, the matter of your body quicker or molecules quicker, like something around that.
Some around that kind of science.
And ice, slows it down. But the thing is, the Flash still won in that situation because how are you going to be able to hit someone who's very fast with ice when you move at regular speed? Boom.
Just science.
And oddly
Jake,
enough,
what would you pick?
the Flash still got hit by
Ice.
it for some other reason. Come on, dude.
100% ice.
It's not a good tier. Why ice?
Well, first of all, my love of all things cold. Ice can counter most things except flight and potentially telekinesis.
And super speed.
And heat. Actually, no, it doesn't really counter much. Okay. Super speed's rough because if you freeze the entire area around you, I mean, there's no attraction there.
Then they slide into you accidentally very fast, and
You
your regular
can't
body
control
dies.
where you're sliding, though. Trust me,
Yeah,
I know
well-
ice.
Trust you.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you're moving at regular speed. I am flying around you, slipping all over the ice around you. I'm eventually going to hit you because I'm just going so fast that I will cross your path
okay.
at some moment.
Can I
and you'll die.
just state? Can I state why I want it then? Like, just no argument about it.
Yeah.
Because I want to skate around everywhere.
Okay.
I
See,
wanna be-
now that I can't argue with because it's so ridiculous. How do I argue with it?
You want to play hockey. We get it.
Well, I'm thinking like Iceman. Like, you know how the Iceman from the
well,
Bobby
Frozen. That's
something
my
or other.
picture.
well,
Yeah.
honey, where's my super suit?
Yeah.
Or woman, where's my super suit? Or one of the two. Regardless,
Definitely honey. Yeah.
Honey woman. That's fair. Like that would make
Whatever.
watering your plants more efficient too, Rather than walking, just skate to them.
My mind is, since I'm a little buzzed, going 1,000,000 miles an hour. I can. Funny tangent about Iceman from the X-Men comics.
You had a crush on him.
No. Well, first of all, he's one of the first gay Marvel characters, which it is Pride Month. Everything's okay. But well, everything's not okay. The world's burning, but that's why we have ice powers to cool down. Okay, don't listen to me. Move on, Phil, please.
Okay.
So,
you did
super
great there.
speed.
Wonderful monologue.
That one.
All right. So next up, we got telekinesis versus super speed. All right, Noah, you go with telekinesis or super speed?
So, like we were talking about earlier, with telekinesis, am I able to, say, control someone who has super speed?
You can control them if you can catch them.
So, is my telekinesis more of a projectile? Like I have to see them and think at them faster than they can move, or what?
Yeah, so think of it like you're playing a sport and the person's in front of you and you go to tackle them. If they move out of the way,
so
then
you have to anticipate.
Okay.
So to hit him, you have to anticipate.
Well, no, because your brain moves. Your brain can think a lot faster than your body can move. That's why.
And the idea is the super speed person can think faster. So that's just the difficult part. But yes, you can catch them.
The telekinetic person who is a superhero, their whole superpower is about, using their brain, and we're saying that this person who has super speed can think faster than them.
Yeah, 100%.
Why?
Because he's super fast and everything he does is super fast.
Oh, and now it's
he
a guy.
Super fast.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Sorry. They eat super fast. They think super fast.
It's super fast.
Super fast
eats
metabolism.
Good.
So, I guess this is kind of a subjective point where you decide. You pick the tie-breaking points.
So I'm gonna go with telekinesis on this one. I think
because you're wrong.
So in this scenario, someone who has super speed cannot go faster than the speed of light. So I can see them, whether they be a blur or something else or whatever. I think someone who's telekinetic could, yeah, sure. They can think faster than the super speed person can move. I think a normal human being can think pretty fast.
Okay. Jake, what are you feeling?
Telekinesis.
Why?
Because I could care less about super speed.
All right. Well, you guys are both wrong. Super speed is the way you should go. Because
sounds like you're wrong, Phil.
Well, I can time travel and just go back to when the telekinetic person wasn't telekinetic person and stop him from getting that power.
Oh, you can't go faster than the speed of light, but you can travel through time? Wow.
Yeah,
all right, that's one thing I never understood about the Flash TV show, but in my mind, I travel faster than the speed of light.
All right.
Guys, look at me. I'm so fast.
All right.
Moving on.
Kingler, the Phil Kingler. Boom.
That is a callback to a previous episode for the audience that just joined us.
All right,
so pretty sure that's like the callback to every episode because we always bring up Kingler.
Yeah. So telekinesis has won the left side of our bracket, and we're moving over to the top right side. We're looking at invisibility versus time pause, which is just being able to stop time. Everyone around you, everything around you, isn't able to move. Right.
All right, now it's for a short period of time. It's not like time travel where it's like, oh, I froze time. You know what? I want to know what it's like 10 years from now, so I didn't move things for 10 years. Actually, that wouldn't work.
But also that is sort of time travel. If you're moving faster than time, then... so for time pause, are you stopping everyone else's time and yours is staying the same?
Yeah,
so,
essentially, you can freeze things and move around.
You're aging faster. So basically, it's not even a superpower.
unless you meet a girl who likes older dudes.
You're aging faster in real time.
You use all your time pause ability to get really rich and old.
And then
You find a gold digger.
Hello, young lady. All right. Well, I got invisibility anyway because it's kind of like time pause, except I can just be invisible and go do whatever I want.
So, I think originally I thought time pause, but now I'm thinking of. Oh shoot! I forgot that movie. It was like Clock Stoppers or
Time Stoppers.
Time.
Clock
Clock Stoppers,
yes,
Time
you're
Stoppers. Right. Yeah.
It was the one they made that watch that stopped time, but then there was issues with it because.
Yeah, don't talk this much about bad movies.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm feeling. Like the best case scenario of this superpower being would be that because
correct.
I mean, it's still not great. Like you're gonna get older than everyone else around you. Yeah, you can travel through time faster than them, but at what cost? So I'm gonna go with invisibility.
Jake?
Yeah.
Time pause.
All right, why would you go time pause?
I like the idea of just stopping and letting everything else around you freeze. It just appeals to me. Invisibility seems kind of dumb.
Are you gonna meditate? Because you can do that while being invisible.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna do whatever the heck I want to do. I don't care if I age.
Fair. Time pause would definitely be better if you're playing sports. However, it's too much cheating for me.
No, I wouldn't cheat. Are you kidding me with that?
No, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
All right, now
do you not have a superpower? Like, what's going on?
We got invulnerability versus teleportation. Now, to clarify, because we have healing factor later on, invulnerability is people try to harm you, you just don't feel it. Yeah.
You also
and then teleportation
aren't hurt
is
by it.
well, you just go wherever you want, whenever you want. So I got teleportation here. I would much rather just quickly move around and go everywhere I needed to.
I also have teleportation. If someone's trying to harm me, I can just teleport somewhere else. Whether it be 3 feet
behind
to the left of me, where I'm not in harm's way, or, somewhere farther away. It's like, wow, this person seems really dangerous. I'm just going to go pretty far away from them.
Now we're 6 feet away.
Yeah.
Jake, what are you feeling?
It's gonna have to be teleportation because I
clean
am
sweep
incredibly. I hate traveling with a passion. I just want to be there.
That's another good point by Jake.
Dude.
Very practical. Say you want to be at the lake with your fishing pole. Just grab your fishing pole, teleport there, fish.
Say you're at your sink with a pail of water and you need to go water your plants. You can be there instantly. All right, so now we got teleportation versus invisibility. I'm going in teleportation here. While invisibility, I think, is more quirky and would give me great perks, I feel teleportation is just super practical.
Great perks.
What kind of perks you talking, Phil?
I can sneak up and scare anybody.
I can sneak
people.
up and do anyone.
No, I'm married. I can haunt people and I can make places smell like farts and I don't have to get blamed. Like, dude, but world's best crop duster.
I'm gonna go.
That's the sole reason for Phil's invisibility power.
Teleportation. You can teleport somewhere, fart without being seen, teleport away, and you can crop dust more people quicker because you can teleport around. And
you can fart and then pop out. Like, just be gone.
Yeah, someone would be like, "Oh, I just saw someone there," but then you're not there, and then I was like, right."
Could
Karen.
you imagine going to could you imagine going to like a random party and you pop in, let like a huge fart out, and everyone looks at you and just disappear and go away? So you're going with teleportation, Noah? I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Jake, what do you got?
Teleportation easily.
All right, so now we got the last quadrant. We got super strength versus intelligence. This side's so much easier because these are much clearer. But I got intelligence here. It's like I have super speed, but I don't need it because I'm super smart, and that's how quickly my brain moves.
Question.
Yeah.
So if you have super strength, do you still maintain your normal level of intelligence, or do you get like super dumb?
Wait. No. Yeah, you keep an
You
average.
can be smart, but intelligence as a superpower is more than just, ooh, I have a college degree. You know, it's like your brain.
Super intelligence.
It can just process more, and we're thinking
You
of
hold
this
more, you have
as like lethal intelligence.
Yeah.
Other question: do you have control over the super strength, or is it just run rampant?
Well, when you're a toddler, you don't have control because you're still developing. But as you mature in age, thus you gain control.
Your parents deserve an award.
Yikes. Well, because that could be bad. You could be without parents by that point. You could have a tragedy occur.
Don't worry, your parents have invulnerability from before.
Yeah, they're superheroes as well.
Everyone knows in the family tree of superpowers, it takes 2 invulnerable people to create a super strength son or daughter. All right, so I have 1 vote for intelligence, right? Jake, what are you picking?
I think I'm going to roll with super strength. It benefits my career currently.
Yeah, you would get a lot of clients because everyone would be like, why is he so strong?
If you have super strength, do you have a super physique, or you just kind of roll with what you got?
It depends how much you work out. That one would be you have to work on your body.
Yeah, I think super strength, you look good, not, too muscular to the point where you're not functional.
So you're rocking a dad bod, so you're kind of like thick up top, but you also got that beer gut going.
What I described.
You can have a beer belly. You can have a beer belly if you want it.
But
All right,
yeah,
so Noah, you're the
thing.
tiebreaker.
So
I'm thinking Mr. Incredible here before he gets in shape.
Yep. Perfect example.
I'm gonna go with intelligence because if you can, someone who has super strength has to know how to use it, and yeah, they may be smart to some degree they may be used to using their super strength, but if you're smarter than them, you'll be able to outsmart them. I mean, I think you will be able to outsmart them, even if they're stronger than you. That's how people win fights against other people who are,
stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was trying to use big words to not be too redundant.
Me smart. Me you big word.
Yeah.
my only thing is like the stereotype against super strength is like just kind of a meathead, not like super smart. But if you you have super strength, there's no reason why you can't have like decent intelligence levels.
You can be smart. You're a person who has super strength. Take all the qualities of an average person, you can learn and things like that.
So
all right.
The best case scenario for super
on.
strength is the Hulk in Endgame. He's
correct.
He's clearly very smart, probably as smart as a human can be. He's very
I would
focused.
say he has super intelligence at that point, but that's just me. He created the Hulk. Come on, Bruce Banner, super intelligent.
Yeah, but okay.
He has 7 PhDs. 7.
Who's smarter? Oh, this is tough, actually. I'm thinking, Iron Man. Is Iron Man smarter than the Hulk?
Yes.
They're,
no.
equal-ish.
Well, it depends on what subject, because Bruce Banner...
Well, see, that's the thing.
we talking Hulk
it depends
or Bruce
on
Banner?
which subject. So it's they're very smart in...
Bruce Banner.
Okay, so Bruce Banner is technically like a nuclear physicist, if I remember right. He is all about the radiation sciences and has, what's his face? Tony Stark brought him into Stark Laboratories to work on Stark Lab technology because he had more of an expertise.
Yeah, I mean, just because he has more of an expertise, I would say that Tony Stark could learn more quickly, though.
So Tony Stark is
think,
oh, you're smart? Come work underneath me.
Correct.
But they're also two different groups. Tony Stark's more of an engineer, where Bruce Banner is a scientist.
Yeah. All right. Separate talk, but
sorry about that.
Versus healing factor. All right, I'm gonna go with telepathy. I think reading people's thoughts would be extremely helpful in all facets of my life all the time.
Sounds like it would be annoying, just terribly annoying.
You don't have to constantly be doing it. It's
See,
just
but
like,
whenever I did be like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out again. I'm gonna give it another shot. I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that ever again. And I like every single time I used it, it would just backfire because I would be like, oh my gosh, I do not know. I don't want to know what you're thinking.
well, it's like, I want to know, are you mad at me?
I mean, if you're asking that question, Phil, you know the answer.
Yeah, but like,
So
there's that
telepathy
10%
isn't
chance.
doing you much. Like, you're just gonna hear a very loud, angry yes. So mad at you. So
Why
it's
would
like,
you even ask?
wow, this superpower is great. I wish I had healing factor from my eardrums, you know?
Okay, so you're going with healing factor, I'm guessing.
I'm going with healing factor.
For the record, healing factor, you feel pain, but you just always heal
You
from
get
it.
over it.
Yeah.
How
Jake, what are
quickly
you
do you
going with?
heal? How quickly do you heal? Opposed to a regular human.
Very fast.
Very fast. If you're in a fight, it doesn't heal entirely during the fight. It takes some time.
Okay, wait. So is that less than, say, the Wolverine?
No.
I'd say Wolverine's
So like
the
Wolverine
benchmark
feels
for it.
pain. It's just he does.
He's
he
a
takes
benchmark. He's a benchmark, right? Like that's what.
But no, he
you're basing it-
heals over like very, very quickly. He got shot in the head,
Yeah.
and then he just gets up like a minute later.
No, that's a that's
He doesn't
a movie
get
that
up
I don't
like that.
acknowledge.
He. I'm gonna say healing factor regardless. Like I mean, that's
Yeah.
more useful for me.
So okay,
I would think closer to like, I don't know. I would think faster than the Flash would heal from something because it's your ability. But like
Does the
the
Flash-
Flash breaks his leg and heals in like a couple hours. So I would say
Does he?
like
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I would say like if you're in a fight and someone breaks your leg, your leg's not going to heal until after the fight. But like bruises and stuff will go away.
Okay, so how long's the
And
fight?
wait.
Well,
Does,
that's okay. I don't know.
A minute?
if you have a healing factor, are you like riddled with arthritis, or does it just go away?
No,
It goes away. It 100%
Okay.
heals.
it's like, oh, you sat at the
Okay.
computer all day and worked your 9-to-5 job. Your back pains are non-existent.
Thank you.
Super.
Yes, healing factor all the
Wow.
way then.
All right. So we got intelligence versus healing factor. No, like selling it with that. Oh, my back pain from my chair's all cured was it's really selling me, man.
Okay, but
But I got
intelligence.
intelligence here.
Yeah,
Intelligence is just
you can
better.
just know how to not have back pain and how to get your psyche correct to the point where you don't do stupid things that hurt your back.
But there's a difference between knowing how to do it and executing on how to do it.
See, but
Well-
intelligence is
If you have super intelligence, you have super motivation to do it. Because you can be very lethargic, and that is an issue with super intelligence.
Correct. But if you're working a 9 to 5 in this situation, you can do all your work in like 10 minutes.
If you had
So
super
do it and then you
intelligence,
do
though,
nothing
you
else.
wouldn't be working a 9 to 5.
Okay, fine. You're working 9 to 6. Whatever.
That's dumb.
But yeah, no, you get the point.
Healing factor. That's what I'm saying.
Why are you going with it?
I value that more than being super smart. I like, because my issue with being super smart is you become narcissistic.
we're thinking of
And
Rick and Morty. You know, Rick he may have a superpower of being super
he's
intelligent,
also an alcoholic.
and it makes
That's
his
also a
life
superpower.
miserable.
That's how I'm viewing it. Like, you have like some issues with like your own mortality with super healing, but you're not a narcissist or an asshat about it.
You might
no,
be.
dude. Healing factor, no way, because I don't want to live for like a billion years while people I watch die.
That's
I
not
just watch everyone die.
guaranteeing, though. That healing factor does not necessarily like. So Wolverine still developed cancer in the end. He could not.
Yeah,
the healing
after
factor could not-
300 years, that's a lot of people dying.
Yes, there's some emotional pain, but if you can disconnect from it, you're good.
Plus depression. Come on.
That's what alcohol's for. Wolverine was an alcoholic.
Accurate. All right.
Which
so,
is
anyways,
why he
intelligence
died at
one.
the age of 300 instead of
I could have sworn it was.
305.
I could have sworn it was the battle with the Sentinels where he got obliterated by a gamma blast.
No. He went back in time and fixed that because that movie series is just ridiculous.
See, I didn't watch all the movies or the comics.
Never mind. We got teleportation versus intelligence now. And I go intelligence. This is tough. I think being where I want to is awesome, but I would love just to be super smart, and then I could be super rich and paid to be moved wherever I need to go.
Okay, for hierarchy purposes, Phil, beside like you and Evan, we consider the smartest out of us. You're already smarter than the average human.
Yeah, dude, this is like insanely billionaire, ridiculous smart.
Me and Jake can't fathom what that means.
Yeah.
When we think intelligence, we're like, wow, Phil and Evan smart.
Like it's a different kind of smart. Like
that's how I feel at this moment. So think of it like that. Phil squared.
you're the. I didn't mean that as an insult to anyone, like to you, Noah. I just meant that, like, they're a little bit brighter than us.
Just a little bit. Actuary, physicist. I mean,
Evan's literally going to be an astrophysicist.
At what point do you become an astrophysicist?
Once he gets his PhD in astrophysics.
When does he actually become an actual physicist?
I think he already is one of those, but...
Alright, so I had intelligence. We got that out the way. Noah, what are you going with?
I'm going to go with teleportation. Phil, your point about being intelligent, you're like, okay, if I'm so intelligent, you're going to be able to make a lot of money. You know, think about shit. It's like, okay, if I can teleport, I can, like, you can do so many things. Like, the physical realm is, like
at your mercy.
You can just move around it as much as you want. Like, you can say you're like, wow, this person can teleport. I'm going to pay them a lot of money because having someone who can teleport is super valuable. And me being so intelligent, I'm going to make sure I'm on this person's good side so they don't murder me.
You're going to be Jeff Bezos'
like
side
Bane and the rich guy from Batman 3 when he's just like, oh, I paid for all this. And then Bane's like, oh, do you think that gives you power? And then he breaks his neck.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank you for the money in the army. Goodbye.
All right,
you big dum
Jake.
dum.
So, a couple questions. Teleportation. Do you need some medium to travel through, or can you just instantly poof?
Instantly poof.
Okay.
What do you mean by medium?
If you have like, you need a machine or something.
Like the Bifrost?
Well, so the other concept behind it is if
Think
you
Nightcrawler.
have okay, that's what I need to hear. If you have super intelligence, can you develop a teleportation machine?
Jake with the big boy questions.
No. You are super intelligent that you can do anything that a normal person would do, way better, way smarter, way faster, and you can counteract superpowers, but you cannot do things that create them.
Okay, from a practical standpoint, I'm going teleportation. I am sick of my commute to work.
God. Jake, if you could teleport, you would not need to have your job.
No, he'd keep it.
No, I'd keep it. I get bored.
Yeah, see, but you can do literally anything else.
Yeah, no, I'd teleport to different places. Wait, if you can teleport, if you like are touching someone or grab a hold of someone, can you drag them with you, or are they limited to that?
I mean, it's teleportation. It doesn't say self-teleportation. Teleport your enemy into outer space, they die. Boom.
You die also.
No, you just teleport them.
I still don't think teleporting to outer space is a great idea, but
that is not how that power works. It is self-teleportation. We're going to stick with that.
so you can't bring someone with you if, like, you say you want to teleport to the beach
Correct.
with your significant other. Okay,
What if
that's good to know
What
too.
if they get splinched?
All right.
We throw a third universe into this.
All right. We got telekinesis now versus teleportation.
Okay, so telekinesis, teleportation. This is tough.
Giant yipes.
This is tough.
One is you use a telephone for kinesis. The others use a telephone for portation.
I'm gonna use it for portation. Teleportation. It's like super speed. Yeah.
All right, so the issue is super speed 1, it's better for fights because you actually get power behind your punches when you throw them. Teleportation, you don't have any force behind you.
If you teleport into someone, what happens?
Are you teleporting inside of them?
Yes.
Then you die.
They die too.
They die and then you're just stuck in their body.
Just a quick teleportation inside them, out of them. Boom, boom.
You can't teleport
Oh,
out.
so wait. If you teleport within an object, can you remove said object once you teleport out, or is it just your own mass that you can remove with the teleportation?
I'm pretty sure when matter. Okay, so if matter were to take a space
This is why we
that
need
is
Evan
already
here for
taken,
physics.
there's some sort of reaction that isn't.
Well, so you're just
natural.
talking about
It's not
teleporting
good.
within a body here. If you teleport within a body and you grab their heart and teleport out, is their heart removed with it?
Well, no. If you teleport,
you can't move other people.
if you teleport
That's
within
part of them.
someone, it would. I would say
would kill
that
them
might not be
rupture them?
allowed. Actually,
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Regardless, teleportation because instantaneous. I am impatient.
So that's 2 teleportations. I'll
what
vote for
if you
telekinesis.
have to cast it? 3 seconds.
You have
One,
a 10-second
2
cooldown on these?
Yeah. There's a cooldown
There's
on
no
it.
cooldown.
All right, so I'm picking telekinesis. I argued against it the whole way, but someone needs to support it, I guess. I'm just not happy with these finals. So that leaves teleportation as what we would pick if we could get a superpower. I don't know how we went past intelligence and super speed. Let's see, anything you guys got for closing remarks on this?
So, okay. I think super speed didn't quite make it here because we put a lot of limits on it. It does seem very powerful, so we were looking for the weaknesses with it, so we were kind of poking at it. Super speed, you are limited with how fast you can go. Phil,
Yeah.
Well, so let's also make this point here. You're comparing the two superhero universes. The DC universe typically stacks multiple superpowers on top of each other. Like Superman
true.
has super strength and vulnerability and super speed. If you're looking at
And
Marvel,
laser
they
eyes.
frost breath.
and he's an alien.
No, that's just super strength in his lungs.
But you look at Marvel, and typically, from a Marvel standpoint, if it's a genetic or like an outside stimulus, they only have one sort of mutation that limits its power. So, like Cyclops has his laser eyes. You go over to the Thing. He has his. He was
Rock
already
body.
kind of.
He has rock hard abs. Am I right?
Like that kind of deal. Like, so, from a standpoint of this argument, I think the Marvel universe, like, it lends more of what we're trying to make as a point.
That makes sense. I'm mad that we left out the limitless superpower, where the guy just takes some drugs and then he becomes limitless because he has no limits.
We never ruled it out as an option. Drugs exist in a
So
superpower
what is that?
universe.
That's super intelligence.
Yeah,
That's
I guess so.
literally all it is.
I would claim it as
Isn't
super
that just
intelligence is even better than him.
Isn't that just Adderall?
See, because it's like, oh, you have
Pretty
access
much.
to more of your brain, but it's like, wow, now I have to think about breathing while I think about other crap, Like,
Yeah.
woo.
So I guess he does have limits in that sense.
With super intelligence, do you become hyper aware of your body's autonomic functions? Like like your body breathes
If you-
like on its own.
I gotta
But
poop.
do you
No.
become
No, you don't become aware of instincts. Come on.
okay? Just throwing that out there. That'd suck.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. Like I said, please comment with your favorite superpower. Reach out to us on Twitter or Instagram. And if you've not already done so, hit those like and subscribe buttons. And yeah, thanks again.